Colin, would you kiss me? I have never been kissed, and I am not certain I ever will be. I do not wish to die without ever having been kissed. Please, Colin.
Dearest, gentle reader, alas, the Bridgertons graced our screens again for yet another social season in London.
Thank you. Very well. Shall I begin to flow?
I'm the perfect person to practice on. You don't have to be embarrassed, you know me.
That's exactly why I will feel even more embarrassed, because I know you.
Imagine what you would want to say to me if I were a suitor.
The nation's favourite Regency romance came back for a third season, of which I was unsure, to be honest, would top the dramatic perfection of season 2.
Remarkable shade of blue.
You can hide this button.
Now, if you are unaware, Bridgerton is a Shondaland production based on the Julia Quinn novel series.
I did, but I should not have.
Whatever you read was not meant for another's eye.
It focuses on an upper-class family, the Bridgertons, in 1800s
Colin, your
London,
hand.
as each sibling tackles the competitive marriage mart and ultimately finds love in a society where marriage is an act of convenience and power. How romantic. So up until this point, the show had followed the books by release, but season 3 sees us jump to the 4th instalment, which is Romancing Mr. Bridgerton.
Colin.
Thank you for meeting me. But I had to see you immediately.
What is it?
Pen, I've not been able to sleep. My entire thoughts consumed by our kiss. By you.
You occupy my every thought.
Romancing Mr. Bridgerton, kicking Benedict, Luke Thompson, to the curb for another couple of years, much to some people's absolute dismay.
I apologise for not coming to see you earlier.
Oh, it is for the better that you did not.
Is it?
Isn't it? We cannot continue our lessons.
I agree, because of what happened between us.
No, no, but I assure you nothing of the kind will ever happen again.
Of course. And I apologise.
It may be best if we keep our distance for now.
I wish very much for your happiness.
Do not stay in my room forever,
Each
Mama.
couple this far had been
Some
tied
new
together
scandal
by
distracted
anonymous
soon
author
enough.
Lady Whistledown, and the writer behind the first scandal sheet that has been unafraid to say what the rest of society is merely thinking and is known to be able to cause social ruin with a flick of the pen.
Do not apologise. In fact, I find your frankness immensely refreshing.
Season 3 follows fourth-born Colin Bridgerton and wallflower Penelope Featherington.
Lord Debling has shown an interest in me. He is not unpleasant to gaze upon.
Two long-standing childhood friends, Penelope, who is utterly in love with Colin, and Colin, who is utterly oblivious to it all.
Well, I believe courage is within us all. As long as we are honest with ourselves and about our feelings, it is possible to do anything.
Each season of Bridgerton tends to follow a cliché yet well-loved romance trope.
It is rare to begin as friends and for both parties to then feel more.
And how did you know it was reciprocated?
Gathered the courage to ask.
There is a question I have been needing to ask you.
Colin.
Miss Featherington.
Daphne and Simon in season 1 took fake dating. Anthony and Kate in season 2
Bridgerton.
portrayed a swoon-worthy story of enemies to lovers. And Colin and Penelope this season tackle friends to lovers.
Your brother is walking right up to Penelope and Lord Debling.
Do you mind if I interrupt?
I think the reason they
Actually,
may
let me think
also
about it.
split the third season into two halves
Appears you
is
two
so
have
that it
something to
wouldn't feel
resolve.
rushed this time around.
Colin, you are going to ruin things between me and Debling.
Pen,
I'm going to accept his proposal.
I cannot stand by in which you make a mistake.
The only mistake was me ever asking for your help in the first place.
And of course, Nicola Coughlan does a fabulous job at taking the spotlight as leading lady. She brings the awkwardness and innocence of Penelope to a completely new light, while also giving her an admirable edge we have yet to see from the character.
I do not wish to speak with you.
Please, let me in.
What do you want?
Did Lord Debling propose?
When I asked for your help in finding a husband, I did not realise that also meant you might try to deny me one as well.
You cannot marry that man.
He did not propose. He rejected me because of you. Because the scene you caused led him to believe you had feelings for me. An idea so preposterous, I do not know what to do besides laugh.
What if I did have feelings for you?
What?
I have spent so long trying to feel less. These past few weeks have been full of confounding feelings. Feelings like a total inability to stop thinking about you. About that kiss.
Please. Do not say things you do not mean.
But I do mean it. It is everything I have wanted to say to you for weeks.
Colin, we are friends.
Yes, but
I'd very much like to be more than friends.
Watching her grow and develop has been incredibly satisfying, and despite Penelope reaching quite the low after having a huge quarrel with her best friend Eloise at the end of the previous season, leaving her friendless and alone, Coffin's Penelope remains unequivocally lovable. There, of course, were a couple of moments that might seem to fall into the dumb girl rom-com trope of a female protagonist, but still Penelope has climbed to being one of my favourite characters, if not my favourite actually. And of course, season 3 of Bridgerton brought another round of impeccable costumes, locations, and classical covers of beloved pop songs. Like, the soundtrack to this is, a league of its own.
oh God, could the carriage driver not keep on driving?
The ball scenes are always a standout of the show, and season 3 doesn't disappoint with that. The supporting cast also brings more to the show than they have in the past. The Featherington subplot, still going on, not maybe my favourite, but it still brings a good deal of comedy this season. And the introduction to Francesca Bridgerton as a main character is enticing. I think she'll become a quick favourite.
What?
For God's sake, Penelope Featherington, are you going to marry me or not?
I'm excited to see what they do with her leading up to her own season, especially knowing briefly what makes her story